This is your friendly reminder to never settle. How you do anything is how you do everything. And so it is so important that you don't settle for anything other than what you know you deserve. Hi, I'm Ashley Cloud. Today marks 4 years since I put in my notice that I was quitting my job, and I want to share with you what I've learned and what I would tell anyone who is interested in quitting their job and betting on themselves. And I'm going to provide you with tips to prepare yourself to quit your job and live out your dream. So, 4 years ago, on September 21st, 2021, I called my boss and I put in my notice that I was quitting my job. At the time, I was making six figures and I was working for the federal government. My job was super cushy and comfortable and pretty easy, but I knew that in my spirit, in my heart, that I was not living out the dream that God put on my heart to live. And that even though my life on the outside was very comfortable, internally, I was so uncomfortable. I was in a constant state of feeling like I was not where I was supposed to be, but then convincing myself through fear where I was supposed to be right now, that it was okay, that it was scary to start your own business, that you don't have the resources, you don't have the savings, and all the other things that I told myself. And I stayed longer than I wanted to. But in February of 2021, I had told myself, this year, you are going to have an abundant mindset and you're going to do whatever God tells you to do. And that's what I did. Here's a clip right here. For this year, abundance and just leave me wherever He wants to leave me, and I just go, and that's it. Yes, that was little old me in February 2021 when I was just dreaming of the day that I could quit my job and live out the dream that I'm living out today. And so, what I want to do is share with you some tips that are going to help you set yourself up for success as you embark on this new journey of entrepreneurship. So, here are my tips to get you primed up to be your own boss. Number one tip, first thing you're going to do is decide on a date that you want to quit your job so that you have a date to look forward to and also a date to work back from. That way, all the things that I'm going to tell you about to do to prepare yourself, you'll be able to create a backwards timeline that will lead you up to that date when you actually quit. The next tip is you're going to build a business plan. I know that this is something that seems like, do you really have to do that? And I come across a lot of entrepreneurs in my line of business with being a business attorney and have my own law firm. I come across a lot of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs who skip this step. But what building a business plan does is it takes your ideas and organizes them and puts them in one place where you can reference and take a look at it. It also requires you to do some of that heavy lifting in doing research on your business idea, coming up with your target audience, what your financials are going to look like, where are you going to get the finances to start and run this business, and what is your overall vision for this business. Giving you an opportunity to sit down and really think about these things, it'll do a few things for you. One, it organizes your thoughts. Number two, it allows you the opportunity to pinpoint any issues with your current idea so that you can really drill down on exactly what you're trying to do. Number three is if you are thinking about applying for funding or any types of incubator programs, a lot of times they're going to want to see a business plan because they want to see how serious you are. They want to know that you're going to do the due diligence that you need to do if you're going to actually run a business. And lastly,
It's going to make it feel more real for you if you have a business plan, because you're going to be able to see your ideas on paper or visually, however you decide to make your business plan. And you're going to be able to see that this is actually something that you can do. Obviously, along the way, you'll make tweaks, and your business plan is something that throughout the life of your business will change, will expand, will become a little bit more specific depending on what you decide. But it's great to have that. It's almost like your business Bible, so that you make sure that you're always living by these things and you're keeping the main thing, and you're not getting distracted by all the little things that are out there that can cause you to get off track as you're starting and building your business. You're going to want to build out a checklist of all the things that you're going to want to do for your business to get ready. And then you're going to take that list and attach a time frame and a deadline for each one of those other steps that you're going to take leading up to when you're going to quit. So, what are some of those things that you need to do to get ready on the logistics side with starting your business? Number one, you're going to want to check out the name of the company that you're deciding on and make sure that that name is available. As a business and trademark attorney, this is something that comes up a lot, and I've had so many people come to me with a name, and unfortunately I have to tell them someone already has that name. So this is something that you can easily do quickly. Check Google. Check the United States Patent and Trademark Office's website, which I will link in the description box, where you can search and see if there's anyone with the same or similar name as you. Check domain names, check Instagram handles, check TikTok handles, check Pinterest, check everywhere that you can think of where someone that is going to be starting a business that is similar to yours would market their business, and try to make sure as much as you can that no one else is using the name. Because what you don't want to do is waste all this time building a business and a brand on a name that you don't own and then that you might have to change later on. Another thing is you're going to want to secure your domain names. You're going to want to secure your Instagram handles, TikTok handles, Pinterest, all of these things. You're also going to want to register a business entity. Now, let me just stop you right here. I'm not operating as your attorney when I'm saying this. This is just general educational advice. So I got to pause and say that as a lawyer. And this is something that I ask you to do to protect yourself, is make sure that you have a business entity that you are going to be running the business through, because that way it separates your business assets and your finances and liabilities from your personal everything. You don't want someone suing you on the business side and now they're coming after your house. We don't want that, right? So that's why you should definitely consider registering a business entity. Just start thinking about and looking into doing some research on business insurance, figuring out what you need, really coming up with an idea of what is the finances that is going to require you to start this business. You're also going to want to do things like eventually set up your business bank account once you have your first client. Set up the very, very bare minimum things. You don't need to have everything all built out. I see this a lot with your website. Just have a landing page. It doesn't need to be anything special, just something where people can find you, and if they want to hire you, they can get in contact with you. It doesn't have to be all built out and all beautiful. Even if it's just a link to something like Calendly or Acuity, where they can schedule a call with you, depending on if it's a service-based business or a product-based business. This is something that you can easily do just to start to put that footprint in place. And also, again, it makes it feel so much more real when you start taking these steps. Start doing research on different organizations and agencies that are local to you in the city, in your state, and even federally, that help out small business owners, that usually cost like nothing or close to nothing for you to get started with them. Some examples are, like I said, your city, your state, your federal department. So I used to work for the Small Business Administration before I quit my job and started my own business. So this is definitely something that you want to look into. And even though this is a federal agency, they have local and different partner organizations that also work with the Small Business Administration. And keep in mind, you are already paying for these services because you are a taxpayer. Know that these things are available to you. You just have to find them. And some things that they can help you with is building your business plan if you're not sure, identifying different sources for financing, and also helping you really get clear on your target market, what your business can and can't do. And if you're interested in government contracting, the different agencies can provide you with education and resources that can help you with becoming a government contractor. These organizations also have lots of different freebies that they offer to those who are in their mailing list, who attend some of their events. I've heard of people getting their taxes done for free. I've heard them having access to different workspaces for like little to nothing. So just do a little bit of research to find out what's out there, and make sure you stay in contact with the people that are running these organizations or that are able to speak with you so that you can get more information. You can stay in the know when you're ready to launch. Another huge thing that you're going to want to do, and you should just get comfortable with this as a small business owner, is networking. Networking is key. And the reason why I say this is for a lot of things, right? One, remember, a lot of times we are operating in oversaturated markets. And I'm not saying that to discourage you by any means. But what I'm saying is the difference between you and someone else that's doing something very similar to you is going to be your network and how you show up, your personality, and everything that you bring to what you do. That's why you're starting your own business, right? If you wanted to just do things the way that everybody else does it, then you would just work for somebody else, right? So bring your personality to everything that you do. Network with people who are in your network already, and network with those who you want to learn more about. You're also going to want to network with individuals who you think may be great to partner with in the future, and also individuals and other companies who may be able to serve as a service provider in the future. One thing that I'm learning as a business owner is I can't do it all. When you start out, you do a lot of times do it all, but you realize once you get to a point where you're ready to scale, you want to delegate some of those tasks that you just want to get off your plate so that you can focus on what you're the best at. So you can find other people that are at the best at what they do, which is going to help you grow your business and make your business more successful. So make sure to network, network, network. I can't say it enough. Keep your feet on the ground and keep your name in people's mouths in a good way. This is something that I thought of when I was preparing to start my company. Is I started building a huge email list of everyone whose email that I had that I've ever had a positive interaction with. It didn't matter if it was a colleague, a friend, family member, future client, previous client, a coworker, anyone who you think would want to know that you're starting your business and would want to support you as you're growing your business. Anyone like that should be on this emailing list. And the purpose of that emailing list is so that they see what you're doing and they can root for you and speak your name in rooms that they're in. So the beauty of this is when you start to send out your newsletter, say annually, which that's where I'm at right now. I'm really bad with newsletters right now. I need to do better. But quarterly, monthly, however much you do it, providing those progress reports of how things are going, what you might need help with, what you're working on, what you're looking forward to, what kinds of clients you're looking to work with, that will speak volumes. One, to let people know that you're serious about your business. You are still moving forward and chugging along. And also it's going to make them want to root for you, and it's going to make them want to refer clients to you. Or if you're in a product-based business, it's going to encourage them and inspire them to, if there's some kind of connection with like a retailer or a wholesaler or someone that may have a connection to a marketing team, if there's any type of opportunities that come about that they may know about that you don't know about, they can speak your name in those rooms and also provide you with some insight as to how you can get access to those rooms, and also how you can get access to different opportunities that you may not otherwise know about. When you're building your email list, what you're also doing is building a support system of people. Build your support system, because these are the people who you're going to reach out to when things get tough. These are going to be your accountability partners. These are going to be the people that are going to be rooting for you and speaking your names in rooms when you're chugging along, you're at your desk and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get this done? These are the people that are going to be working on your behalf while you're doing the work that you're doing. And one way to do this is let the people that are closest to you know what you're building, before you launch so that they can already be rooting for you and encouraging you throughout the process. Let them know about your quit date so that they can remind you, did you say you're going to be quitting soon? I haven't heard you mention anything about your business that you're starting. How's that going? Do you need help? Do you want to spitball some ideas off of me? Do you want me to get on Canva with you and like create like a logo or something like that? I don't know. Do you want to work on your domain? Do you want me to help you with your landing page? I might be able to know some things about that. I made a Squarespace page before, right? Tap into your network. Tap into your network now so that they can root for you from day one until you launch and then moving forward. And one way to do this is to build a email list with everyone that you know so that they can be rooting for you and speaking your names in rooms that you're not in. Okay, now this is one thing that I actually did not do that I wish I would have done was when it comes to funding. When it comes to funding, don't be afraid to borrow. Don't be afraid to get a little business credit, okay? And the reason why I say that and why I would say it's crucial to do this while you're working and as you're building your business so that you can launch is why you got that good credit, because you got that income that's consistent coming in. Your credit profile looks great and prime for funding. So a lot of times, if you do have to provide your personal credit score, your personal information in order to get business credit, it's much better and easier to do this. One, when you're not desperate, so you don't take out like a terrible predatory type of loan or something like that because you're desperate, you just need money some way, somehow. Also, like I said, you'll be able to get a better chance of getting more funds because of your credit while you have your steady income, while you have your good credit score. Okay, now let's move into the more mushy woo woo stuff that is more what I like to spend my time on, but you know, all the things have to be taken care of. Okay, so this is super important to me. Now, take it or leave it, all the things that I'm telling you, obviously, take it or leave it, but I think that you might benefit from this. Consider meditation and journaling. So, one thing that I will say that really helped me stay the course with starting my own business was that I was meditating and journaling constantly. I was low-key obsessed with starting my business, and so it allowed me to focus, and it also helped me work through some internal things that were causing blockages from me feeling like I could actually make this thing happen. So with meditation, usually it's just really what it sounds like. You sit there, you meditate. There's different ways you can do it. My favorite app that has been very instrumental in me building my meditation practice is called Insight Timer. This is not sponsored by them. Maybe one day, but right now, this is just a genuine recommendation to consider Insight Timer. I love Insight Timer because there are so many free meditations, talks, and all kinds of other resources. I've seen some other meditation apps, but if you're looking for something free, they might give you like a little taste of something. Everything else is locked up, right? And you have to pay. With Insight Timer, there are a lot of free resources there. Insight Timer has guided meditations. I bet you they even have meditations specifically for someone who is interested in entrepreneurship and interested in living out your dream. There are so many very specific meditations on this app that I think that you could probably find something that you would like. It's a game changer for me. I meditate every single morning and it has been life-changing for me. And the reason why is because I'm an overthinker. I mean, technically I'm a professional overthinker as a lawyer. That's what I do all day is think, right? And sometimes I can't even keep track or even know what I'm thinking because I'm just thinking so many thoughts. What meditation does is it helps you to slow down your thoughts and it allows you the opportunity to pay attention and actually think about what you're thinking. And so you can pinpoint, like, oh, okay, no judgment to any of your thoughts, but also observing and saying, okay, that's a thought that I have that I think is blocking me from believing that I can actually make entrepreneurship a real thing. And so I need to take that thought, sit with it, meditate on it, and really work through whatever it is I need to work through so that I can get on the other side of that and move forward knowing that I can make this thing happen. So a lot of times I do meditation and journaling together where I think about my thoughts, I pause, I take some quiet time, I breathe, I use the different either guided meditations, meditation music to help me calm my nervous system so that I can hear my thoughts. What that allows me to do is pinpoint the thoughts that I'm really concerned about or the different downloads that I get from God, from my ancestors, whoever want to speak to me that day. I take those thoughts and I journal about them. One thing that I think is super powerful, especially as you are starting your own business, is to journal about your fears. Journal about the things that are causing you to believe that you can't do this. Whatever they are, don't judge them, just observe them. Because these thoughts are the things that are in your subconscious that you might not even realize are stopping you from living the life of your dreams. So, what you're going to do is you're going to write down just the negative thoughts that you're having, those limiting beliefs that you're having. You're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to write down on one side, this is the negative thought, and then make a line. And then on the right side, you're going to say, what is something that is more true, or something that you want to be true, or just a way to remember that it's okay, even if you just have a fear, right? So, example, one thing that I was scared about was I'm not going to make any money. It's the number one fear that I think everyone has when it comes to starting their own business. I'm so comfortable and I'm so used to having that paycheck. What am I going to do when I don't have that paycheck coming in? Right? And so what I had to do is tell myself, one, remember who you are. Remember what you've already done. Do you really think you're going to just let yourself not have no money? You're resourceful. Even if it's not you doing what your business is about, if you got to get a little side job, if you got to go do some retail, if you got to find like a little online job, whatever the case may be, there are ways for you to not go completely broke. You're not going to just sit there and watch yourself go broke. Okay? Remember that. So that's just an example of a thought that will overcome that negative thought. I'm not going to make any money. And also be honest with yourself though, right? It takes time in a new business to make money. Sometimes it will take a little while for you to make some money from the business. So what do? You prepare for that, right? Have some savings lined up. You have that business funding to help you as your salary until you are making enough money that you are no longer having to use any of your funding to fund your life. Now your business is making enough money to where you are actually making enough money to sustain your life. Just know that there are so many options for you to not let yourself go broke. Remember that. So sometimes we get stuck in a loop of just, I'm not gonna make enough money. I'm not gonna stop it. Pause with it. Write it down. And then write all the ways that you're not gonna let that happen. Okay? So realize entrepreneurship journey. There are gonna be a lot of things that are out of your control. You can't control the market. You can't control the economy all by yourself, right? You can't control if someone else is killing it in the game and you're jealous and you want to do the same thing. You can't control that. What you can do though is work on what you're doing and do it well, okay? And keep pushing forward and not let those things stop you from what you're doing. Journaling is also amazing because it helps you get out of your head and it helps you turn your ideas into a reality. And it also allows you the opportunity to catch your blind spots. Just talk through some shit sometimes. Sometimes we get so stuck in our heads and we just have things going, and we don't realize we're living based off of these thoughts that we're not even aware that we're having. So journaling is so powerful. I can probably do another video just on journaling. I know I can. I got a few journals, a few right behind me over here. 1, 2, 3. I see at least 3 journals that I've completely filled up with a gazillion thoughts, okay? And I feel so much lighter because I'm not carrying all of that with me every day. So definitely consider journaling. This one is crucial. This one is the one that has seen me through some of the darkest times in my entrepreneurship journey because it's happened. My first year, I started out with a boom. It was something that most people dream of. It was something that I couldn't have even planned for myself. I was making six figures out the gate. I made six figures in the first 8 months of the business. And then year two, it was totally different. It was a totally different story. Okay. I wanted to give up so many times, but I kept pushing forward. Year three was better than year two, but definitely wasn't as good as year one. And now I am here in year four, and things are on the up and up. I just thank God. That's all I can say. I mean, I want to thank me for sure, but I also want to thank God. And so if you're a believer, you're going to want to grow your faith during this time period as you are building up to start your own business. And the reason why is because there are going to be those times. I don't want to be negative, but I haven't heard of any entrepreneur tell me they didn't have some hard times, right? So to prepare for those hard times, if you are a believer, get close to God right now. Don't wait until the time comes and you're like, oh my God. Get there now. And the reason why I say that is because, one, as you are still on this journey of getting to the point where you're launching, you want God to be your business partner. You want the thing that He put on your heart to inform you about exactly how to carry out that thing. And how are you going to do that if you're not talking to Him? What I actually do fully is I pray in the mornings, I meditate, and then I journal. That is my process every single day. It doesn't take long either. Like, it'll take me about 20 minutes to get through that entire process. What I do is I check in with God, be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking is going to happen today. Order my steps. Let me know what you think I should do. Thank you for all the blessings. Thank you for everything. All this stuff, right? It keeps me close to God so that I'm always, one, remembering that I'm not doing any of this by myself. It's such a relief to know that it's not all up to me, because it's not. It never has been. And even if you don't know that, it's just not. So just knowing that it's not all up to you is freeing for me for sure, because I realize I don't have to carry the weight of the world, because God is carrying most of it with me and for me. And so because He put the dream on my heart, and I believe that, because when I pray, I meditate, I hear so clearly directions of what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do, and I just let that guide me, it has made all the difference for me. It allows me to have a certain level of confidence and Godfidence in what I'm doing, because I know that I am in alignment with my purpose. Build your confidence in yourself. If there are any instances or remnants or anything where you are having some self-doubt, know that it might always be there, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you, wait until you have no doubts and then you can start your business. No. What I'm saying is, know that even if you have the doubts, remember who the fuck you are. Remember that you have done so many challenging, hard things before, and that this is just another thing that you are going to do and overcome. One thing that you can do to build your confidence is read your own book. And if you haven't done it already, write your own book. And I'm not saying become an author and publish a whole book. Journal, again, right? Journal all the things that you have accomplished. Even if it's not necessarily professionally, if it's more spiritually, if it's just something, any kind of challenge that you have overcome on your own, and even with help, it doesn't matter. Even with help, make sure that you are writing those things down so you realize that you can overcome the challenges that you're going to face as an entrepreneur. They're going to happen. There's no way around that. But the main thing is believing in yourself so that you know that regardless of what happens, you're going to be able to overcome it and get through it. Last tip for you is self-care. Build your self-care practices now. And I'm not talking about getting your nails done, getting a massage. These things are important, but the type of self-care that I'm talking about really falls in line with what I was just saying. The meditation, the journaling, the praying, whatever works for you. Have your toolbox of things that you can reach into when you're having low moments, because you're going to need that. And now this is something that I'm still working on, is making time for rest. As an entrepreneur in a busy city like New York, sometimes it can feel like, girl, what you doing laying down? What you mean you taking a nap? What? You have a business to run. You've got bills to pay. How can you do any of that stuff if you don't have rest? How can you do any of the things that you really want to do if you are operating off of fumes? If your tank is empty? You need to be operating from a place where your cup is runneth over and you are only providing to others what is left over. Okay? So build a self-care practice now that has all the things that you need to keep yourself grounded and to keep yourself moving forward as you are building this company. And try to make sure that you have people around you that are going to support you. Like I said before about your support system, people around you that are going to check in with you and be accountable and hold you accountable on that end too. Not just getting the work done, but also taking care of yourself. So here are just some parting words that I wanted to leave with you. Now, I know I provided you with this long list of things to do, but I just want you to know that you're never going to be fully ready to start your business. Even if you do all these things, there's still going to be that part of you that doesn't feel ready to start a business. But let me tell you something. It's not about feeling ready to start the business. It's about feeling ready to face whatever comes with starting that business. And it doesn't mean that you have to have every resource in the world, the top advisors, $100,000 saved up for this business, and so on and so forth. It's really about you having the tenacity, the determination, and the commitment to see the things through that you know you're capable of. And so what that means is maybe you don't have all of these resources, but you know how to find them when you need them. And you can recognize that about yourself. It's about knowing that you can face the challenges that are going to come up as you start and grow this business. And you're ready for that. You're ready to face the challenge, because when it comes up, because it will, you might stumble a little bit. It happens. I know I did. I can't tell you how many mistakes I've made. So many things I've invested in, time-wise, money-wise, that were a total waste of time and energy. But I gave myself grace to know that this is all a part of the process. It's not always going to be beautiful, but guess what? You're going to be so proud of yourself for not giving in to fear and living out your dream the way that you knew in your heart that you could. So one thing that I want to leave you with is a free download for legal tips for starting your own business. Number 3 on the list was get the logistics together. This is going to help you get some of the logistics together with your business, just outlining the things that you need to do to start your business. So take a look at that, use it, print it out, whatever you want to do with it. I hope it's helpful. I hope this video was helpful. And I hope that this gave you a good roadmap of the things that you will need to do as you start your business. I am so proud of you. I know you can do it. You'll find out the more that you work through all the steps that I just told you to, that you can do it too. And I can't wait to hear how it goes. Please share in the comments what you thought about this video. If you want to see more helpful videos like this when it comes to entrepreneurship, I am happy to share. I have learned so much and I love sharing everything that I've learned. I'm not a gatekeeper by any means. If you like this video, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.